Rolling action.
Rolling action. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Indian Table Talk. We are back again after 3 years, and the first time we had shot this, it was during COVID, and we're back again with a bam, boom, boom. I'm your host and your producer Saranga, and as the name suggests, we talk about things which are all Indian, and we touch all the aspects around the world. Today, I have with me a friend and a person who was already on the original podcast with me 3 years back. I have with me Shivani Talavdekar, all the way
Hello,
from
hello.
Manchester.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
I got the proof.
Shivani is currently in Manchester, like I just said, and she just finished her master's degree in Manchester, and is a recent grad from Manchester University. Currently, she is striving really hard to make a life in the UK, and she's in the process of figuring life out in general. Her words, and I I feel I feel like she has a lot of potential that is completely like unexplored, and I think she also feels the same.
Yeah.
As a person, Shivani cannot settle on just one thing, and she is constantly looking for growth. I have known her since college, and that is completely the truth. She is constantly growing, which is amazing. And I think the last thing that is what defines her is that the times of uncertainty are her motivation to work even harder. So welcome on Indian Table Talk, Shivani. Really great to have you on board.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I'm glad that I'm here, and I hope I will be here again and again
Yeah,
throughout the times
we
this
will
is
definitely
past.
we will definitely.
And Sarah, for you, I would like to say you just look like the second year Saranga Patil, like with long hair. Oh my God, I haven't seen you since. Oh my God, it's so long.
Yeah,
You can see tears in your hair.
yeah,
Just
yeah. I'm doing this for my mother. I'm growing hair for my mother. Otherwise, they would have been really short. So, like I said, Shivani was with us in our original podcast. And if you want to watch that podcast, the original one, which is from 3 years back, all of us were kids, all of us were in the COVID phase, so don't judge us. But I'm going to put that link somewhere over here on the screen, and you can go ahead and binge watch on that. And yeah, without any further ado, let's begin today's episode with Shivani.
yay, let's go for it.
Shivani, one question for you before we actually start. How are you?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? How are you currently feeling?
Oh well, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but I feel a little stressed because uncertainty. I just I like to know what's is gonna come to my plate, and which I really don't know right now. So yeah, I'm a bit like excited, but I don't know. Like I have that big bubble in my stomach where you don't know what's gonna come to you. So it's okay. Like I'm living it somehow.
Okay, first question, let's just put it this way. What is your general expectation or maybe like experience out of all the people that you have met so far in the UK? Just daily interactions, all the people that you've met, what is your experience? How did it make you feel?
Yeah, it was like it was initially it was very hard to understand the perspective of people, like what they are thinking or what to communicate with them, or like what depth should we go in conversation with everyone. So this is like my generalization of people, no offense to anyone, but unlike India, I have never been abroad before, so this is my first trip to abroad. And here it's a bit, it's not like India that we only have a lot of Indians that are there around us, but it's like globally there are a lot of people. Like if you consider 40% of British people, and the rest of them are just like Chinese. Them Most of them are Asians, like Indonesians, Chinese, Pakistanis, Indians, and there are a lot of Nigerians. So everyone has a different accent. Everyone speaks English in a different way. So you have to like understand what exactly are they trying to speak. And fortunately for us, all of the Indians, we actually are very pretty much good in English. Like you can at least start a conversation, you can convey your thoughts. That is the most important thing that as human beings we are supposed to do. But many of them do lack in this, like Chinese people, and they are like, they do this while coming to restaurants. So it's pretty hard for them, and it's hard for us to have a conversation with them. But they are very smart. Definitely, they are very smart people, and like they have a lot of knowledge and potential that they show up in their skill sets. But because of the lack of conversation, they can't do it. Then about the British people, they are like, oh my god, like, where should I start? They are like, just, they're very soft, but the maximum worst they can be to you is they are rude to you sometimes. And they are very like we are very funky, and we just be like very frank to each other. They are not like that. They're just like, oh, good morning, how's your day? And that's it. You just have to say, yeah, my day was good, thank you, and move on. And there's one thing, you every time you greet something, they're like, good morning, and they just be throw these things like, and you. So if you say and you before them, they're lost. They're like, "Oh, now what? Now what should I say about it?" So it was good meeting new people. It was very new for me. So yeah, that was the experience.
Okay, interesting. So, but all experiences were positive, or all of them were like mixed, like positive, negative?
It was like, I won't say positive, negative, but definitely we talk about like India, Pakistan things. But when you come to a new city, obviously you connect to the Pakistani, Bangladeshi people more than the other global north kind of people. So it's they are more relatable to you. You can actually relate a lot of things with them. So I would say that yeah, it was not all positive, but it was kind of in the middle. Like you are not as comfortable as you are in your own country, but definitely it's like worth giving a try, a shot to understand their perspectives. So yeah, it was fun. And now that I've made a lot of British friends, I feel like now I know them, what they think, or
Okay, adding on to that question, did you experience any racism? Do you experience any kind of racial injustice because you were Indian? Because you were,
uh,
yeah, anything?
so
Any,
yeah.
yeah,
So basically, I can tell you this one thing,
okay,
that what British people think about India
okay,
is is very big. They
okay,
think that we travel on elephants. They think that our roads are filled with cows and cow dungs. I was like, once I showed a render, and my professor was like, this doesn't look contextual. So maybe you can add a cow on the road so that to make it more contextual. I was like, very smart. I can do that. Thank you so much for your suggestion. Yeah, so
The professor's suggestion was to add a cow to your project because just because you're from India.
yeah. No, like it's not their problem. The thing is, they
Yeah,
left 200 years back, and they never saw back again to India that what's actually happening in there.
yeah,
So, like, it's not how you left India. We have developed. 200 years was a lot of hard work.
yeah,
Our our cities are cities now. They're not villages.
yeah.
We have concrete roads. They
Is
actually
200, 200 years कहाँ पे हुए? 1947 we got independence. So it's not even been 100 years since they left. I think they should have at least some awareness, I believe.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
yeah, they don't. And they are just I don't know, like there was some guy who I was having conversation with.
Mm.
He once went to India. I don't know where, which airport, but he was like, so I just came out of the airport and I saw that there was like a mud road,
Okay.
and there was a cow sitting on it, and there were all people like were wearing half clothes
Okay.
made up of cotton. I
Okay.
was like, which airport was this, bro? Where did you land it? Oh my God.
I think
I'm
it must
like,
have been बहुत ही गाँव वाला, dude. I don't know. But गाँव में airport, why would there be an airport in a village?
exactly. And
Yeah.
I was just, it was like I was getting the Indian vibe and all that. I was like, yeah, you got it, bro. You just selected the right airport. You can get Indian vibe there. So yeah. And and there is this thing of they call you curry eaters because they be like you smell like curry. And it was a very random thing. So I was just looking for a laptop on marketplace. So there's this Facebook marketplace, and I just offered him my price, and he was like, no, I won't give you at that price, you fucking curry eater.
Oh
My laptop
shit.
doesn't belong there.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
so
That is like really
these
bad. But
people have,
this was on Facebook you experienced. You experienced
yeah,
it?
this was in Facebook marketplace.
Oh shit, that's really
Yeah,
bad. That is like legit racism, dude.
yeah, that is, but and that was just, I entered UK. There was few weeks, 2 weeks, and I experienced this. So I thought, oh my God, I don't know what is gonna come to me. I was really scared about it. But
Yeah.
eventually, that somehow you can feel the superiority of
Yeah.
of everything, of your knowledge, of your
Yeah.
education, of your fashion sense. That is the most important thing. And also, like, I feel like it's more human specific, like person specific, and how you deal with people, and not about how you take it in
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, these people are fond of so many things of India.
Mm.
They literally keep, like, they have keeping, do you know that tailoring machine that our daddies use?
Yeah.
They have keeping that in the museum, and people actually pay to just look at them. Like, मेरी दादी यूज करती है bro, ये क्या है, इधर क्यों है ये?
Is it, there's a
So
there is a saying about British museums that British museums में जो भी वो लोग दिखा रहे हैं उसमें से कुछ भी ब्रिटिश नहीं है, सब कुछ कॉलोनीज से वो लोग उठा के like
yeah,
wanted to,
definitely,
yeah, so
definitely all
yeah.
मतलब see, like, इनका, I don't know, like, how to put it, but they don't have a lot of things to show,
Yeah, it's
It's just
just the colonial, like whatever. I mean, they pretty much British did rule the entire, almost the entire world. They were even,
yeah,
even US was a colony of UK like way back. So yeah, I
yeah.
mean, uh, I don't know. I don't think if UK has a culture of their own. I'm not aware of this, but yeah, whatever they have in their museums, so they have, yeah, जो भी colonialism they have, yeah,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
loot,
चुरा-चुरा के पूरे दुनिया से वो लोग ने जमा करके रखा है.
yeah,
And they had the audacity
yeah.
to, put a price on that ticket to see our own stuff and go to the museums. Thank God that they realized that, and now they've removed all this.
Oh, they
Now
did,
the
they removed
museums,
it.
yeah, like not all, but yeah,
Yeah,
most of the museums has like free entry, so you can
okay,
just go in and
yeah,
have a look.
yeah. No, what I had to
But
say
you know
about
what? They are
is the
very
point.
empathetic about
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah,
Whenever this topic comes up
yeah,
about how the colonization was or how bad they treated us, they are very empathetic about it.
yeah,
So every time have that conversation, they are like, they actually put their head down and be like, we are really sorry about whatever happened.
yeah,
And they show that those gratitude towards us. So they are very, very empathetic about it. So that's a
yeah,
very good thing,
yeah.
at
That's a
least
good
on
thing.
our
Yeah,
faces.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, what else would they say? They would not say that, oh, you know what, go back to your country. They will not say that because, of course, they've done their damage. But
Definitely, they
yeah,
are earning from us now. So
yeah,
yeah, it is what it is.
yeah. So, I mean, this is actually a very interesting topic, and I love this topic. But I don't want to like, I mean, you're in the UK. I don't want anything bad happening to you. I will obviously not put all the controversial parts. I'll just put the safe parts, so that nothing happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was this one video where I think like a president from Ghana or like Africa, somewhere in the African side, uh, she was asking for reparations. Reparations, matlab whatever whatever torture has happened on them throughout generations. She was like, you know what? Sorry does not cut it. Sorry is not enough. We really,
Yeah, like
yeah,
you have to give it
yeah,
back some way in
yeah.
some way.
Like the amount of the amount of like cutting, like ah our GDP was crashed. So was
Yeah, I get your point. So
yeah,
some kind of compensation they were expecting.
exactly, reparations. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they were like, you know what, you were like you were fucking our country up, and you just saying sorry about it. So that's not fair. So you just like, you have to.
No.
So that was already it was already said. I think it was Ghana, like the president or prime minister. I'm not sure. I will read about that, and I think I will put it on this episode somewhere. The article link. So moving on to the next question. I
Yes.
think I'm going to ask you one question, which is very, very important for all the people who are moving to Manchester and who want to, again, like, you know, start a new life in Manchester. And I have heard from your boyfriend that you are very good with finances. So,
Yeah. I
what?
try to be. Someone has to be. I would put it that way.
Yeah, that's good. Uh, so, what are your top three money saving tips when in Manchester?
So see, first I'll say it's saving. Saving comes is the much later part.
Yeah.
But first, the first thing you have to do is you have to earn.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing. So
Yeah.
it's like you get pretty much like a good pay here. So
Okay.
you can work 20 hours on student visa,
Okay.
and the minimum wage is like 10.4 pounds per hour,
That's good.
which is, yeah, I know that's way more good. So like I've never seen so much money in my bank account when I was an architect. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh my God.
So
Indian architecture jobs. Sad.
I know.
Yeah.
I know we can have a podcast like a whole podcast about it later on.
Yeah, we
But yeah,
can.
so savings
Mhm.
is a, the money that is going to be spent on living expense, it's going to be spent anyway. You
Okay.
have to spend it, to have like to have a good lifestyle is, is the main purpose of life, why we earn money and why, we do all these hardships and retail jobs, whatever. So it's just because of that. And I feel like for managing the finance, it's very important that you understand how much expenditure is what you need, because some people are just here that okay देखा जाएगा, like कितना होगा, we just see how much it is,
Yeah.
but then they end up in a very bad situation.
Hmm.
So if any one of you is planning to come to UK or maybe any other country for that reason, it's very important to understand what living expense is, what kind of grocery prices are, what do you need, what is the minimum thing that you need to survive, like the minimum expense. So understanding all of these is very important, and then you understand that okay, this is the living expense, so you need to earn this much and then you can save this much. So when you're already on a loan and you are in a new country as a student, I don't think savings should be the first target. But yeah, eventually after, cutting cost, maybe you can save. Like I was able to save money, but it was a very, it was a very kind of hard time to do that, because I used to like cut expense like crazy, because I used to skip meals. I used to have like two times a day, like two times a day meal. Then yeah, I used to like, I'm not shopping a lot, that I whatever I used to do in India. So I've been not shopping that much. And then traveling is super expensive. So just to go to London, which is like 7 hours away, you'll need 100 pounds, that 10,000 rupees. So traveling is expensive. So you should understand when you should travel, when you should not, where you should, in what season you should. So yeah, all those things are, in quite depth. So I feel like if you cut the expenses, that is only way to save in UK. And if you're from a rich family, kudos to you. You made it already. So yeah. So it's pretty great. But once you start understanding the finances and the living expense, how it actually works out for everyone, it's kind of easy. If you get the right job, it's pretty much easy to survive in UK. But getting a job is a pain in ass. It's for real.
Okay. Adding, you were actually like pointing lots of interesting points. Actually, I think I'm fired up. The first recording with Atharva, I think, was a warm up session for me, and now I'm kind of fired up. So this is good. But
Yeah, I can get the vibes now.
I think I need.
Other one with the issue he's saying.
you were saying that coming to UK with a student loan, the first thing that you do is you don't go for the savings, you go for actual earnings, because savings,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, because savings,
Because the thing about savings, it,
yeah,
it works like that. That you have assets, you have liabilities, right?
yeah,
So when you only have assets, you can
yeah,
save money.
yeah,
But when you have liabilities, you have to clear the liabilities first, right? Only
yeah,
then your savings can start. So
yeah,
currently we are in that phase where we have liabilities and we have to clear those liabilities and then move on to savings. So I actually do mutual funds, I do shares,
yeah,
everything in India, obviously.
okay,
And then, so I try to save money,
mm,
but I know in very near future I have to give away that money to repay the loan back. So technically, it's not really savings.
mhm,
Like in the age of from 20s to 30s, you
yeah,
don't really end up saving a lot
yeah,
until you have accomplished a kind of goal that you want in life.
yeah,
So it's very important that you know how much money you need, and you actually earn that much.
okay,
That is the main target. Yeah, and in UK, it's very common that people start earning since they are like 14.
okay,
So everyone earns. They are independent. They are not staying with their parents. They are either staying with their partners, or they are staying in a random room with unknown people.
okay,
So that is how UK life works. And if we are coming to a new country, we have to adapt to how they survive. So I feel that it's okay to be that. Even if you got like a rich background, you should try to strive on your own. That's how you learn life. So, yeah, that's what I feel. So, in finance, it's very important to understand till when you can stretch yourself to earn, yeah.
yeah.
So,
So do you at any point of time, do you feel like you're out of energy, you are exhausted, that Abhi,
oh,
yeah. So you
I
did.
always think about those.
No, I think you guys started working when you were in college, right? When you were still doing your masters, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I came here on Jan 17th.
Okay.
there's a very important friend of UK who is Adarsh, who helped me out when we had no house. We were
Others
like,
is the guy from college?
no. He's an architect, but he's
Okay.
not from college. He was already in UK. So
Okay.
I met him through one of the work colleague, and
Okay.
then he was so helpful. He let us live. Not Adarsh Singh, okay?
Yeah, I was like, I think I just know one other in college, so I thought
No,
वही
no,
तो
no.
नहीं है, but
This
नहीं.
is Adarsh Binesh. So
Okay.
he was literally a savior because we had no house to stay,
Mm-hmm.
and he accommodated us. He let us stay at his place. So he was the most important person after coming here.
Okay, let's start. Yeah, so we were
Cool.
at the topic um talking about employment when you were still a student.
Yeah, so I was saying that there is something called as organized racism that so this is a concept that you can face in UK
Yeah,
as an Indian student. So basically, the first thing you need is a house to live, right?
yeah.
So when you try to get a house, you come across various scams. People try to scam you and take money, and that money is like 6 lakh, 12 lakhs.
Mm-hmm.
It's that much money,
Oh shit. Yeah.
and it's a very usual thing that actually happens here. And the second thing is, so you finalize everything, you got the apartment, and everything is good, but when you see in the pictures, obviously you can see the apartment is really huge if you have not checked the square meters
Yeah.
or the square feet.
Yeah.
So it's the worst thing is student accommodation. It's
Yeah.
literally like prisons. It's literally like prisons. It's so small. In just a living room space, you have your bed, you have your kitchen, you have your toilet, everything in just that space. And you are paying £800 monthly for that.
Oh shit.
So, so that is the thing. Then when you go for apartments, like we were searching for a 1 BHK apartment. So firstly, you need guarantor. Guarantor is that person who should have a car, who should be in UK for 5 years, who should be like some kind of in relation with you. That person should know you since 2 years.
Okay.
This person can be a guarantor. If you provide a guarantor, only then you can pay monthly rent, or else you have to pay upfront rent, that is 12 lakh rupees, because it's minimum 1 BHK rent is £1,000, which is 1 lakh rupees. So, and that's minimum, okay? Like it's usually higher than that. And every month, or sorry, every financial year, the rent increases by £100. So it's just, you cannot take an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Either you should have like real good contacts,
Mm-hmm.
or you should have like money.
Mm-hmm.
And money is not like in thousands, it should be in lakhs.
Okay.
So the same thing happens with the job. So you need to have good references.
Mm-hmm.
Only then they consider your applications.
Okay.
Or else, you have to be very lucky to land up a job without any references and just by applying through all of these sites, Indeed or Read or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So things like that, these are very easy things to have in India, because if they ask for references, we can just give our parents or our uncle aunts or
Yeah.
your friend or whoever. But when you come here as a new person,
Mm-hmm.
everyone tries to dominate
Yeah.
you from each angle. They're like, they know that you're very vulnerable to things, so everyone just comes and attacks you in a way, in
Yeah.
like it's direct or indirect. Like some people, they might not even know that what damage they are doing to you, but
Mm-hmm.
they just do it, and you cannot do anything about it. So things like this are quite tricky. You have to survive those things, but then eventually, after maybe 2 3 years, you will be in that position that now it's in your hand that what you have to choose to do. And maybe that's the time when we can change the world, doing a little change in ourselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a cute answer. But it's actually quite informative. I mean, people who have no awareness of coming to the UK, of course, multiple things, right?
And
Yeah,
I feel
guaranteed.
like,
Yeah,
like for girls,
yeah,
it's still better because when I say my mom that okay, I'm cooking food, I'm doing utensils, she's like, yeah, so you have to do it. When Atharva says that to his mom, oh my god, काय बोलतो जेवण बनवलं, डाळ भात बनवला, it's like that. So for guys, it's even worse. Like I know, like literally,
for
you have
Indian
to.
guys.
No, no,
No?
let me tell you, all
Okay.
the guys are the
Yeah.
same. All the
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God, how can I tell you? Literally, it's just about the guys.
Okay.
They are not used to do, home
Yeah.
chores. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you have to do it. You have
Yeah.
to. It's not. It's about individuality. It's not about if you are a guy or a girl. You
Yeah.
have to learn how to cook to survive. You cannot have pizzas and burgers daily, right? You have to cook someday. You have to do the utensils. You
Yeah.
have to take the vacuum cleaner and clean the house.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's
So
true.
yeah. So whoever is coming to the UK or wherever,
Yeah.
just be prepared. Help your mom when you are at your house, and try to do a practice session of living alone.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Exactly. Like all, like really, like these are the kinds of things that we kind of don't look at when we want to study it in abroad. So like all of us are like, you know what, I want to go outside, I want to study there, I want to work there. Then all these things
yeah,
then come out and build up. And I actually know so many people, so many friends from lots of other parts, different industries that I met from work. Some colleagues who have just gone, and they have gone for their further education, and they were like, you know what, we cannot deal with this. हमसे नहीं हो रहा है वो, because हमको आदत है ही नहीं है ऐसी.
yeah.
So yeah,
I
good point.
had
Yeah,
few friends.
yeah,
Like most of them came alone, right?
okay,
It's not like even we came on our own, but then
okay,
mentally having a support system for you, it's very important because you can get suicidal at points.
yeah,
Like I have many friends in the
yeah,
uni itself
yeah,
who are very depressed. Like they are here, they are happy about it,
yeah,
but then at the next moment they are very depressed about
yeah,
the situations.
yeah,
Because like look at this the darkness. Just a while ago it was all
yeah.
brighten up. It's just 4 o'clock right now, and it
Really?
is a very normal thing. Yeah, it's just 4 o'clock,
Yeah, it's quite
and
sad.
it's a very
Yeah, at 4 o'clock.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is like this most
yeah,
of the times. And thankfully this apartment is really nice that
that's nice.
you have a big window and things like that. But in UK, they don't believe in the window system. They like to stay in dark.
Really?
They the
Okay.
rooms, yeah, the rooms have very small windows. It's very
Okay.
depressing to be inside
Yeah,
with just you, and you can literally, it's so silent, you can literally hear your heartbeat and how you breathe. So it's in India it's not like that. It's
yeah,
always chaotic. You
yeah,
can see people, talk to them, they will
yeah,
come talk to you. So
yeah,
it's very depressing for who is not okay with living alone.
yeah.
So
Lots of sun
just
also there. Yeah, but I think because I think it's winters, there is no sun right now, I feel.
yeah, definitely it goes the other way around as well. In
Okay.
summers the sunset is at 11 p.m.
Okay.
So,
Oh my
yeah.
God. That's
And also about the temperatures. Oh my God. So the thing is, in summers, the temperature actually goes till 35, which is super
okay.
hot.
Yeah.
And you don't have a fan, you don't have a ceiling fan, you don't have a AC. It's just windows. And in some apartments, the windows don't even open. So it's super hot.
Oh shit.
And all thanks to global warming. So it was not supposed to be like that in UK, but yeah, now the summers are very harsh.
Oh my God. What are the architects like doing, man? Not you guys. You guys just came there. But
Yeah,
before you, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, it's not their problem because, the climate change has affected. um, a lot here
Yeah.
because the temperatures were like till 20s and 25 degrees
Okay.
in UK, which is quite good, right? It's
Mm.
very pleasant.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's going up to there was a heat wave of I think 40 degrees, right? The last summer it was
Mm-hmm.
40 degrees heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
So it was super hot, and these people turn red out after that. When you walk on streets, you can see all red people. It's just
Yeah.
that.
I think for us, I
Yes.
think because we are kind of tolerant, we do have a high tolerance to heat, thanks to Indian heat. But yes, lots of interesting points we are covering today, Shivani. I'm like really getting excited, and we should again like do this. But I think we do have a few more questions.
Uh,
Or two more questions.
that's good.
Sorry, we are. I'm so sorry. I'm keeping you for so long. I know you
No,
guys
that's
are.
fine. That's fine.
You guys
Let's.
are also having fun, right? I'm not boring
Yeah, yeah,
you.
definitely, definitely. Otherwise, like just sitting here and be like, shit, I should have talked that. I should have talked that.
Okay, next question we have, Shivani, is drum roll.
Yeah.
uh, how is the Indian food in the UK?
I'll tell you. So I love cooking, okay? I
Okay.
love cooking.
Okay.
So you can get the best Indian food in the restaurant named 138 Hallmark.
Okay.
That is our
38
home.
Hallmark. Oh, that's your home. Okay.
Yeah, so
It's a good marketing
it's
strategy,
best.
though. Yeah. Yeah.
20 pounds for one dish, guys. Let me know if you need it.
You can
Yeah,
actually do
so
that. No, you can't do that, right?
I
Shivani?
can, but it's a
Yeah,
I
no time.
like
It's fine.
there
Yeah.
are many things,
Yeah.
there are
Go
many
ahead.
layers to it, yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
So
Indian food in the UK.
thing is, I'll tell you,
Okay.
it's a very usual thing for all the restaurants.
Okay.
So they make a curry. So they make, suppose it's a egg curry made up of tomato puree and onion puree. And that is the master curry, which they put in everything with meat pieces, which you can recognize that this meat doesn't belong to this curry. And they just serve that, in a very fancy format. And when you eat it,
Yeah.
you're just like, well, this is not even better than what my mom cooks in home. Like it's literally that. It's
Oh,
literally that.
okay.
So Indian food is so adulterated, it's sweet.
Yeah.
It has no masala in it. Like the masala levels are very low, very, very low. It's sweet. How can a curry be sweet? That's pathetic. And you have to pay fucking 20 pounds for that. For just curry and like a tortilla. That 20 pounds just for that. So it's way bad. It's super bad.
Oh
Like
shit.
if you wanna have something here in UK, you either have go for Italian food, go for Japanese cuisine or Chinese maybe. Never eat Asian food. Never eat Asian food. Like it's worse. Like you cannot even. Right? And the British food. Oh my god. I don't know why they call it food. It's just salt. Fries don't have salt in it. You have to ask for salt in restaurants,
Well, I
and they
think
call it chips by the. And chips are called as crisp. So wafers are crisp and fries are chips here. So if you go and say French fries, they'll be super confused. They'll be like, "What do you need exactly?" And there was one friend of us, like Dipesh. We went to Domino's for the first time, and we ordered the pizza, and the pizza came, and Dipesh was like, "Can we get oregano and chili flakes?" And that Domino's guy, he was shattered. He was like, "We already have that in the pizza." And he was like, "What's that? What does that mean?" So, अरे तुम्हारा बोला ना, he's not letting me speak. the Indian restaurants are actually made for the British people because all the British people are very annoyed with what kind of food they get in home. Like, like we have dal rice and roti bhaji. They literally daily, yeah, daily they have the sandwiches which has like two slices of tomatoes, a cheese slice, and two breads. That is their lunch. That's it. That is their lunch daily.
What about like
And
nutritional elements or something? They must be having something, no? Kya nutrition mil raha hai un log ko?
like they have Sunday roast and things like that.
Okay.
Like they have a little bit of protein in their diet, but it's not a regular thing. It's just, once a week kind of a thing. Then they don't believe in like how we are very secured about our food, that we don't waste food. We try to save and eat everything. They're not like that. They're like, if there is a pizza, they'll have three slices of it, and if they're full, they'll just throw it away even if that pizza was of 20 pounds. So that's the sad part. We
Yeah.
are always taught to respect the food and,
Yeah.
you know, to show gratitude towards what we have and
Yeah.
things like that. But here I cannot see any of it. I think it is an Indian thing. The cheapest thing that you get here is a pizza from Greg's that is of £2. So that's 200 rupees. So that is the cheapest, okay?
Okay.
And literally homeless people go to Greg's, so it's that cheap.
Okay.
And it's a margarita pizza, like
Okay.
with no veggies on it. So
Okay.
I think we should appreciate these things that we have in India.
Yeah.
That our food is so cheap, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
Like you have veg options. That's the most important part. I don't know, in my life, eventually, I'm having that feeling of getting a being a vegetarian now because I really have cut off the meat. I
Okay.
have literally cut off, like, I don't like to eat chicken nowadays. So here it's very difficult to have vegetarian options. Very difficult.
So you guys cook your own meals every day?
Yeah, I prefer that.
Okay.
So yeah, most of the times, yes.
Okay.
And so I'll tell you the rough prices of the grocery. Like you get onion for £1. In £1, you get three onions in
Okay.
co-op. That's 100 for three. Then you get like a bread for £1, one bread for £1. Then you get a croissant for £1, which is very basic. You get coffee for like £2 or £4. So that's the coffee prices. Alcohol is cheaper than India for obvious reasons. You
Wow.
know, here when they have oh my god, and the water, they have so many types of water. Oh my god, it's shitty. I just want normal water. It's sparkling water. Then they have like what is it, still water. Then they have packed Himalayan water, then volcanic water, blah blah blah. So there is a hell lot of variety of water, but also the tap water is drinkable, so we prefer that
Okay.
normal water. Yeah, but then the thing is, everything, when you start living here, you understand that the level of convenience that you have in India, you can have it nowhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is
Tharwa is
how
like,
it is.
I want to say something. Why is Shivani not
Yeah, I
letting me
know. Can
say
you hear
something?
him?
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear?
can
Oh my
hear him.
God. He's just being like, stop. I'm like, stop.
And
Don't talk. Let me focus.
okay, with
Yeah.
that amazing answer on, we touched on multiple aspects about how Indian food is. I think lots of local British food is quite bland, and the Indian food that you get in the UK is actually for the British people and not for the Indian people because they use the same thing in
Pretty
every.
much.
Yeah. So
At
that
least in Manchester. I'm not sure about London.
okay. So Manchester guys, Manchester Indian restaurants, please, okay, please improve your Indian food.
Upgrade.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, upgrade it, man. Like, you're asking so much money for Indian food. Just give us proper, good quality Indian food. That's all we ask for Indians, not for Britishers,
Definitely.
British people, for Indians. Anyways, so great. On that note, we have our last question for
And for
tonight.
Brits, please increase. Uh, yeah,
Tera,
let's go for it.
no, no, wait. Can you say it again? I think the internet was glitching a little. Can you say it again?
Yeah, I was saying that for British people, it's a request that please increase your spice tolerances like levels. You have to increase it. It's like you cannot just have, you know, no spices at all, just pepper and salt.
Yeah,
It's not worth it.
yeah. Please.
Like क्या फायदा इतने सब मसाले लूटने का जब यूज ही नहीं करने थे.
Okay, that's savage now. That's really savage. So yeah, please, Brits, man, come on, like level up. Give us good quality Indian food. Maybe use some spice in your food and your life, and you will do much better. Anyway,
Definitely.
yes. So moving on to our next and the last question, which I think is very much important to lots of people across all different industries. But as architects, as both of us are architects, right? So as architects, Shivani has worked in Mumbai, and she has transitioned from architecture, a very technical, very hardcore architecture field, to right now she's working in a retail job sector in the um, city, Manchester City, right?
Yeah, yeah. City
Yeah,
center.
city
Can put
center.
it that way.
Yeah, yeah. So Shivani, how is that journey? How is it working for the retail versus working for architecture?
This is a very good question, I must tell you. It is. Where should I start? It's so like, you never realize of what you have until someone takes it away from you. Like, it's like desk job. The desk job is a luxury. It's a luxury. So basically, I work at TK Maxx. So TK Maxx is like a very popular brand in UK, and the store that I'm working in is like the second most earning like brand in the entire UK. So it's a very busy store, very super busy store, and it's like I'm working as a retail assistant. So basically you are in a store and you have to take care of the store while the store is you know going on. So you have to pick up clothes, you have to either be on fitting rooms, you have to be on the tills, or things like that, where you do not need your brains that much, but you need your physical self. So it takes a lot, it actually consumes you. So it was, it was a very different experience. Like I never, like first month, I couldn't even realize that what am I doing with my life, that was I supposed to do this, or is it okay, or should I go back to India? Like this was a complete new experience. The worst job that I've done in TK Maxx is, so basically you have this rail, okay, like where you put your hangers, and that this is a very micro detailing of, I don't know why I was supposed to do that. So when you glide the clothes, like all the hangers should actually glide, like they should not stay in same place, and they should like be very smooth. So for that, what they do is, like on the rod, they put the wax on the rod. So there is something called a wax paper, which you actually, you know, rub to the rod. So you can imagine, it's like, I think there are more than 20-25 rods in the whole ground floor in the store. And what my job was for that day is I had to like give hand jobs to all the rails in the entire ground floor for 5 hours. That was my job. And oh my god, I
Yeah.
was doing it and thinking that, oh, I did 5 years. I put my 5 years in bachelor's I worked at WD and Partners for like 1 year. I worked at as an architect with handling clients for 1 year, and now I'm here. I'm doing this. I am so the worst thing is you cannot use your phone obviously, and you cannot talk to people. Like you can talk to the clients or customers, but you cannot talk with associates. So you have to do it on your own self, and you cannot hear to music or anything like that. It's just you and your work. That's it. So you cannot expect what is going to come to you in UK. Like you have to do whatever is there, and at least I'm happy that I have a job. I have gratitude for that thing that I landed up a job, because I think most of my classmates still don't have a job, and they are just striving so hard. They're taking money from their parents to make a living out of. UK is super expensive, so you cannot, being in a even a higher middle class income group from India, you cannot survive in UK without doing your own part time. So it is a part of life. But the best thing that I feel that I learned in TK Maxx was everyone is like in the age of 16 to 20, and most of them are Brits. So they don't complain. They're just like, so what? Just enjoy your job, and they actually enjoy it. They actually enjoy putting, coming to that store, and like giving their 100% in that store. It's not about what kind of work you do, but for them it's more like it is giving me money. And yeah, that's their motivation. There are people working since like 20 years. Since 20 years they are just coming to the store and doing this, the store things, and they're okay with it. So these kind of people are really motivating. Like, when you stop complaining, life actually becomes much better. Like you start enjoying things that are around you. So yeah, it was a huge transformation, and I hope I get a job. Guys, pray for me. If anyone has any links near and around UK, just let me know. Any references would do. But yeah, I'm searching for job now, and I'm still continuing at TK Maxx. So yeah, it's going good, pretty well. Every time when I enter the store in my every shift, I be like, okay, I just manifest about the last day that I'm gonna be here. And yeah, then I will have stories to tell my kids that, okay, your mom was working as a retail associate, giving hand jobs to the real, yeah.
I think that's like the funniest retail story I've ever heard. Giving hand jobs to the hanging rods. It's so funny,
Yeah,
yet it's like, oh my
I
God.
never thought, I never thought that job existed, like
Yeah.
when they actually, yeah. So my manager Brad, he was like, so today you have to do waxing to the rods. And I was like, where is the hair? I was like, what is waxing? And then
Yeah. So
and then he just explained the procedure, and like, now you have to do this for 4 hours. Like, okay, cool.
wow, man. It must have been a
So
crazy
yeah.
journey.
Yeah, it was super crazy. Like, and you get very random customers, That is fun. That is the fun part. Like
Okay.
they ask you random shit. Like you don't even know that it's a huge store. It's like it has a thing called Home Sense.
Okay.
So it's a very huge store. It's I can compare it with, I think, Central. Do you know Central?
Yeah, yeah,
There's a
yeah. Like
brand called
in India,
Central.
right?
Yeah, in India. It's
Yeah,
similar to that.
yeah.
Or maybe Max.
Okay. Yeah, Max also, yeah.
It's something, yeah, something like that. It's a
Okay.
very huge store.
Okay.
So, and the worst part is the closing, when everyone actually goes and you have to close the store and you know take care of all the mess.
Yeah,
And people are crazy. And the one more worst experience was I was in the fitting rooms,
yeah,
and like it started stinking somehow.
yeah,
And like I was searching for what is stinking.
yeah,
So I went through the fitting rooms, and then there was one bag
Okay.
where the customer has left the used clothes. She wore the new clothes, and I think she just left, and she left the bag with old clothes, and she actually had pooped in it, in the bag.
She had done what
Like
in the
she
bag? Oh,
she
she pooped
pooped
in
in
the
the
bag.
clothes.
Oh,
No, she pooped in her own clothes, and she removed,
okay.
and I suppose she went with the new clothes, obviously, because I didn't see anyone going naked. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so that was the worst thing. Like, all of these things, when we do the desk job, or when we don't communicate, we don't
Yeah.
do the these kind of client handling is not a part of architecture jobs.
Yeah.
But I feel like we don't even know what people are going through there.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought about it in India, that someone has to put these things back on hangers.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
never thought about it. So I think it
Yeah.
had made me a lot more empathetic about everyone in general.
Yeah.
Like, it gives me more gratitude that it's just a short time that we are doing this stuff, but there are people who are doing it from years and still not complaining about it. So it's a big thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it was amazing talking to you, Shivani. And
Thank you so much, Sarah.
today's episode was really, really good. And I enjoyed this entire journey. And I hope to do this again. But until then, have a good night. And I will see you again. The viewers, have a good night as well. And take care. That's enough for today. And I'll see you again on the next episode. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it was a good one.
It was a good one. It was definitely fun and it was a pain in the ass when I was editing it. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, it took so long for editing that Shivani was like, Sarah, is the episode actually coming out? She had no confidence in me. I remember you were
Now I
asking.
have to do a lot. You will do it. One day you will be like Karan Johar of architecture students.